new jigs and new soft plastic colors from OSP. Beautiful custom logo artwork in Sim Solarflex, and another double limited edition drop from Megabass. The brand new Respect series and the launch of the Fine Art series. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle. Welcome to the Hookup Tackle. The Hookup Tackle is the world's largest showcase of Megabass products, featuring baits and colors not found at any other dealer. The Hookup also offers a wide display of OSP, Evergreen, Depths, Lucky Craft, Jackal, and many more. The Hookup Tackle is owned and operated by family, is staffed by guides and verified tackle nerds who love helping anglers elevate their craft. If you're in the Phoenix area, we'd love to have you stop by our showroom and check out the wonderful world of Megabass and the Hookup for yourself. If you shop online, there are almost 10,000 SKUs of Megabass products alone, with hundreds of other companies and new products being added daily. So next time you're looking for that hard to find bait, that color your fish have never seen before, or maybe you just want to elevate your game, look at thehookuptackle.com. What's up, my friends? I am Ben with the Hookup Tackle, the Tackle Taku on Instagram. Once again, being joined by my buddy Jeffrey the King. What's up there, guy?
Hi, guy.
Good morning. You look tired.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am tired.
Long night?
Always.
Yeah. Got a new girlfriend?
Yeah, fly fishing.
Fly fishing. Fly fishing girl. You know what they say about those girls. I don't think it's anything good. We're the Hookup Tackle USA. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle, where we highlight new product drops, as well as important restocks, and we drink beer.
That's probably the most important thing,
Those
right?
are the three highlight points. Every Sunday morning, you got to start out with a nice, cold, delicious Orion. Jeff, I'm not even going to offer you one today.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
I don't like rejection.
Yeah, nobody does.
Cheers, my friends. Happy Sunday. If you are new here, make sure you check out the finest beer from Japan. Brewed in a tropical location on the lovely island of Okinawa. Makes you feel like you're on vacation. That is the official sponsor plug of this video. Please send me beer. Oreo. Arigato. Gozaimasu. Tons of stuff, including another mega drop from Megabass. This is fun. I love limited edition stuff. So, here we go. Let's dive right in. Let's start here. All right, so here we go, guys. This is the latest, newest limited edition one-time Respect series run. You know what, Jeff? Why don't you take it from here?
I got it.
Show us this amazing color. I'm stoked for this one. Just in time for season. Take it away, guy. All right, excellent work, Jeff. Give me some.
Beautiful as always.
You want a drink to celebrate that?
Absolutely not.
Knew that was going to be the answer. You know what? I'm going to.
Yeah, do it for me.
Cheers. You know what? 2 sips in.
There you go.
That's a little wussy Jeff sip.
Yeah.
All right, let's dive through. Sakura Ghost. That is the new color. So, as you guys may or may not know, Sakura Blossom is cherry blossom. This is the season in Japan that happens. This is just a killer, just a really nice, beautiful, clear, almost a morning dawn type color, right? So you have this clear body. On the 110, you have this beautiful Sakura pink. On the top, you have this nice kind of pearlish with just that light little orange hit. This is going to be just a beautiful, beautiful color. Smallmouth are going to crush this thing. Spring largemouth are going to crush it. You do get that little kind of Sakura, I don't know if it's a leaf or a little flower, like kind of a closed flower, right? And then it opens up to this beautiful color. So super dope. So let's run through the baits really quick so we know what it's in. So of course, the Edo Vision 110 is going to be available in that. And just as a reminder, this is super limited. So make sure you guys are grabbing these immediately. Once they're gone, they're gone. There won't be a replenishment of this. So there you go. 110. It's also available once again in the Vision 95. So if you guys remember the Vision 95 from the last drop, this is the jerkbait that when it stops, it's designed to kind of have a sideways roll. So it's gonna come to a pause and it's gonna kind of shimmy. Really cool little bait. So it's available in that guy. It's available in a Pop X, of course. Dude, that feather is dope on that. All right, for the first time, we see a Respect series color in a Battalion. So this is a new offering. So if you guys aren't familiar with Battalion, 115 millimeters is going to be a true 1 ounce bait. 1 3/8 is what they rate it as. This is kind of a bluegill profile type bait. Dude, it looks amazing in that. That looks so dope. So first time we're seeing it in the Battalion, that's pretty awesome. It's available in that guy. What else we got? We got a Flap Slap LBO in that. Of course, the Pop Max. That's probably already sold out.
Oh, yeah.
Shouldn't even.
Yeah, it's gone,
that
dude.
one's
See ya.
It comes in a Live X Revenge, an SRX Griffin, an X80 Rocket Darter. Did they do it? Oh, it's back, Jeff.
Is it back?
It's back.
No way.
You read it?
Hold it. Move your finger. You got a big ass finger.
I do have a big ass finger. It helps me when I make by hand job.
There it is.
Thank goodness. Another made by hand job. Throwback packaging. I love it. That's probably the best part of the whole thing.
It
Just buy it
definitely
for the package.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, throw the bait out. Vibration X Dyna. Did you make this by hand job, Griff?
Yes, I love hand job.
So did that bait. Vibration X Battalion. Dude, that looks money. That one's going to my box. And back comes the Edovision 110 Junior. Okay, so there you go. Sakura Ghost, the latest limited edition Respect series drop. Super limited, guys. So grab as quick as you can. If that color speaks to you, enjoy it. All right, another limited run drop. Now, Megabass has been teasing their fine art series of baits. Really now, Jeff, going on about 1.5 years, almost 2 years. So what fine art is, as you know, Megabass hand paints all of their baits, right? And they have different levels of painters. They have apprentices that graduate up, right? Well, after you've been doing it for like 20 plus years, they give you the title of Meister, right? So on the 3rd level of their complex, all their Meisters are there, and they're the ones that come up with new colors. Any of the advanced painting techniques that you see on any of their baits are all done by the Meisters. So these are all hand painted by the Meisters, right? Because these are amazing colors. Like when you take these things out and you really look at them, they're spectacular. And Griff and I were even just talking, it's like, I don't understand. Like it looks like a foil almost. So the traditional way of making very lifelike, very realistic color patterns on a bait is to create it using a foil, right? So you would usually take like a blank like this, you would put a foil down, you'd stamp it, and that would create some type of lifelike scale pattern. The problem with doing foil is when you have a bait like a 110, for instance, that's so highly tuned, right? Any paint beyond what the normal weight of the airbrushing is throws off the action, right? So, even like when you get something like this and you have it custom painted, it looks great, but it's not gonna have that same action. So they developed this way of painting that they're calling fine art, and it's really just super, super labor intensive. So that's why you really haven't seen them out, because it just takes so long to develop these colorways. So will these colors be a one-time run? Probably not. Will we see these again anytime in the near future? Probably not, right? So the availability of fine art colors long-term is really unknown. We have no idea, right? Because it's so labor intensive. They might just decide, you know what, it's too much work. Let's just stop doing it, okay? So the importance of that is if you want any of these, grab them now, because I don't know if or when they're ever coming back. So they did all of these colors. There's 5 colors total. They did them in a 110 and a 110 Junior. Okay, so I'll walk through each color with you guys. make sure you see it. So right here, this is the first one. This is Fine Art Oikawa. So you can see it's just that beautiful transparent watermelon back. It's got that nice kind of pearl belly. It's got a beautiful kind of transparent watermelon tail almost to it. And then you get that nice kind of sheen of the bait fish, beautiful kind of bluish head, just a gorgeous all-around color. So that's Fine Art Oikawa. The next one up is Fine Art Kiss You IU. So just a beautiful, beautiful IU pattern. I mean, so lifelike, right? So the fact that that's hand painted and done like that is incredible. And remember, these are highly, highly skilled technicians. So, you know, if you buy multiples, they will probably look, I mean, almost identical, right? But because it is done by hand, there might be slight variances of where a scale is or something like that. But Kiss You IU is a fully transparent IU pattern. It's got that nice kind of light hit of pearl, fully transparent watermelon, nice transparent back, beautiful. Next one up is Fine Art Gill. All right, here we have Fine Art Gill. So that is a sexy gill pattern, Jeff. That is dope. So what you're seeing is that nice kind of pearl belly, the fully transparent back and tail section, and then they've come with almost that kind of GG type finish on the side, so you get that nice little hit of flash while still maintaining that lifelike transparency. Amazing job on this one. So there's Fine Art Gill. And then there's two Wakasagis. There is Fine Art Wakasagi, in a 110 and a junior. So the Wakasagi, again, is going to have that nice kind of pearl belly, comes up to that semi-transparent kind of baitfish silver sides, and then ends in a, you know, transparent kind of grayish, green, clearish back. Super lifelike, very natural. That one's dope. And then there is an even more transparent one. This is Fine Art Ghost Wakasagi. Okay, so same idea, just a little bit more transparent. So almost like a clear HT Ito Wakasagi. Doesn't it look like that to you?
That's basically what I thought it was.
I mean, dude, that's dope. So HT Ito Wakasagi is my all-time favorite color. Hold on, let me grab. I mean, look at that. That's pretty close, right? That's sick. So basically just a transparent HT Ito Wakasagi. This one's gonna destroy. So all of them are super dope. So there you go, guys. 5 colors. Again, a one-time drop. So if you guys, if any of those speak to you, definitely scoop them up, grab them. Same pricing too, which is crazy for how much extra labor. So $24.99 on the 110, $19.99 on the junior. So there you go. Double limited edition drop from Megabass. Boom. All right, while we're on Megabass, a couple important restocks to talk about. If you guys have been waiting on anything, mag drafts, spark shads, you know, crankbaits, almost everything is back in stock. Just a couple key ones. iXi TX. This is the brand new iXi. This is the longer build version designed to get down to true 4 meters. If you guys missed out on the drop, a handful have returned. So I think all the colors, just smaller quantities, but if you guys have been waiting, those return. Also, we see a huge restock in topwater, right? So Pop Max specifically, all the key baitfish patterns return as well. So definitely take a look. Full restock of Megabass this week. Okay, jumping to OSP. We got some new jigs and a bunch of soft plastics to talk about. So let's run through these guys. So the OSP Zero One Strong. We've talked about this a couple times now. We see some new color additions. We also see some lighter 3/8 ounce expansion. So up till now, it's been primarily 1/2 ounce and 5/8 ounce or 3/4 ounce. Now we get a nice 3/8 ounce addition. This is gonna be the really long kind of living rubber, the big bulky one. So if you guys have been looking for a lighter size, great time to pick those up. We also see some new color drops in the original Hunts Jig. So the Hunts Jig is a great one that we throw a lot. It's kind of a nice hybrid football head, very compact, got a great weed guard, Fits great with a 3-inch Dolive Craw. So we see a big expansion in the 9 gram and the 11 gram. So the lighter sizes get a ton of new colors this week from OSP, which is great. So you guys fishing smallmouth or from shore or rivers, something that don't necessarily need that 1/2 or 3/4 ounce jig to get down deep, this could be a great one for you. We also see a huge restock and some new colors in the OSP Jig Zero One in some of the 3/8 and 1/2 ounce size as well. So this is kind of going to be more the pitchin' type jig. So if you guys have been waiting for those, all the colors are back, plus some new colors in those. Now, back to what we were just talking about in the OSP Jig Zero One Strong, we now bring you the OSP Hunts Jig Strong. Okay, so we're taking that same compact kind of hybrid football head body, and we are adding longer skirt material to the back of it, right? And we're beefing up the hook a little bit so you get a little stouter hook. So just a little bit more bulk, but maintaining that same real compact profile that the Hunts Jig has been famous for. So just a different look. It's gonna give you a little different action with that bulkier living rubber coming out the back there. Let me just give you a side-by-side comparison here real quick. So here's the original Hunts Jig, and here is the strong version. So you can see the head's the same, the hook's just a little bit beefier, just slightly. The main skirt material the same, only you're getting that living rubber come out both on the bottom and up at the top, right? So you're getting living rubber on the top, living rubber out the back, and then your traditional silicone out the side. So really cool little jig, brand new from OSP, new this week. All right, huge restock this week in the Dolive Craw. We just talked about the jigs and how the Dolive Craw is the best trailer for that. We talk about the Dolive Craw all the time on a compact jig. Griff throws it exclusively. It's probably on 80% of the time for me. So if you guys have been waiting on any of these baits, now is the time to get them. If you're not familiar with the Dolive Craw, it's basically just a really nice, small, compact craw that fits great on those finesse jigs, but it has these really big claws, right? And they're solid, so it just creates this great action under the water, great movement. It's perfect on the compact jig. So if you guys have been waiting on any of these key colors like green pumpkin blue, dark cinnamon, green pumpkin chartreuse, right? All those return. Now, on top of that, we see an expansion in some saltwater colors. Now, OSP has been doing saltwater colors in their soft plastics, and if you guys fish saltwater, that's great. It's the same bait, just in different colors. So a lot of these colors are transitioning perfectly into fresh. A lot of you guys have been crushing them. So, you know, they started a while ago with this color. This color is called Camo, right? And this is one of our best-selling colors for freshwater fishing, because it's basically just kind of a dark green pumpkin with like a lighter green pumpkin belly. It's a super killer color. On top of that, they're releasing now a pearl white. You've got the honey flash. And this would be a great one even just to kind of bed fish or throw around. And then you've got a handful of other really dope, nice natural colors. You've got some bright oranges, right? You've got an orange and chartreuse. So definitely take a look. There's a bunch of new colors, specifically on the 2-inch and the 3-inch size in the OSP Dolive Craw. Now we also see a massive restock, probably the biggest restock that we've ever done in the 4-inch and the 5-inch size. Okay, so in the 4-inch, key colors like camo, we just talked about, your green pumpkins, green pumpkin chartreuses, all of these return. The 4-inch is going to make a great full-size jig trailer. It also makes a great free rig bait, so it's amazing on a free rig because it gives you that nice and natural craw profile. You can use it as a Texas rig or light flip bait. So same body structure, same shape as the 3-inch, only in the next size up. So all the 4-inch return. And then we definitely see the biggest restock in the 5-inch sizes. So your black reds, your Amazaris, your green pumpkins, all those return as well. The 5-inch size is an amazing one for flipping and pitching. Of course, you can use it as a really bulky jig trailer, but it's a big bait, right? It's got a lot of plastic to it, so really just an amazing punch bait, an amazing flip bait. So if you guys have been looking for something different, or maybe just been waiting on the return of some of these bigger sizes, now's the time. All right, while we are on new color additions, and specifically some of these saltwater color additions trickling into the line, let's talk about one of my favorite baits, is the HP Shadtail. So HP Shadtails return, all the colors are back, plus we see some new color additions in all the sizes. So 3.6 adds a bunch of baitfish colors, including Morning Dawn. The smaller version, the 2.5, which is one of my favorites when they get really picky, adds a bunch of nice, real natural kind of goby and shrimp type patterns. And then we see some saltwater colors arrive as well. So we see colors like Iwashi and green silver come in. We see some red and gold, some akakine come in. And then in the smaller sizes, in the 2.5, we see the addition of the Pearl White, which we've already had in the 3.1 and the 3.6. And we see some really nice kind of drop shot, smallmouth type colors as well. So definitely scope those up. This is, for me, this is a free rig, drop shot. I mean, it is just money, but you could use it as a jig trailer. You could put on a little ball head, tons of stuff you could do with this. You can necker rig it. So definitely take a look at those, new from OSP. All right, let's take a minute and talk about OSP Dolive sticks. So maybe the biggest, it was literally a pallet of Dolive sticks. And there's so many different Dolive stick sizes. There's regulars, there's fats. We see some new color additions and some big restocks. So 3.5, probably, I don't know. I don't know if the stick is my favorite free rig bait. The HP Shadtail, the beaver, I don't know. I go back and forth between all of them. I love the stick when I need a little bit more aggressive movement. So it's always in my arsenal. Some of the key colors like green pumpkin shad, right? Honey flash. What do you think of the stick, Griff?
Dope.
There you go. That's all you need to know. So those all return. We also see the Spec 2's return. Now the Spec 2 is going to be a less salt version. If you want it to have a faster sink ratio, go with the original Dolive stick. If you want it to be a little bit slower sinking, or you want it to be slightly more durable, so maybe you're going to use it as a chatterbait trailer, something like that, go with the Spec 2. We see some great new color additions here as well. There's some new baitfish patterns, neon wakasagi. So there's Yoshinobori, some great kind of goby type colors, green pumpkins. So all those return. We also see honey flash. It's the first time this one has been back in a long time, both in the 3.5 and the 4.5. So you can definitely scoop those up. This is probably our #1 chatterbait trailer for any like natural baitfish color. So those all return this week from OSP. All right, 4.5s also return. So all the key colors, you know, your wakasagis, golden shiners, green pumpkins, all that kind of stuff comes back. We also see a return in every color in the fat. And this is the first time we've had every color in the fat for probably about 5 or 6 months. So the fat is the one that I probably throw the most this time of the year when I'm just kind of pitching bushes. This is kind of my Senko alternative. The regular 4.5 works great as a Senko alternative also. It's just a more finessey. This one is actually probably closer to a Senko. Has that same kind of quiver down, just a little bit more tail action. The fat just gives me a little bit more body, and I like things with more body. Don't you, Jeff?
You like thick stuff?
I do. I like them thick. So, you know, I love this one. You can back glide it, which is actually how it's designed to be used. But if you rig it normal, it falls just like a Senko, horizontal, just a little bit faster and more tail shimmy. So there you go. All the colors in that guy return. The Morning Dawns, the gills, the green pumpkins, everything's back. All right, then just in time for the main chatterbait season, main spinnerbait season, we see a return in all the colors in the OSP Action trailer as well. So the Action trailer is a very small, very subtle little trailer. It comes with all the OSP bladed jigs because it's really small, very finessey, so it's unintrusive, right? So if you guys need a trailer that's just, it adds color, it adds a little bit of size, but it doesn't create a lot of bulk or really change the action of the bait, the OSP Action trailer is a great one. It's available in all the colors again. Definitely check that out. And then we found a handful of a little Easter egg in the OSP warehouse this week. We found a handful of the HP Minnow. So this is a very popular little minnow bait. Not all the colors are back. This wasn't one that was even scheduled to come. We just happened to find a few key colors. So things like neon wakasagi, there's some, you know, disco green, some wakasagi colors. The HP Minnow is an amazing one for a drop shot. You can rig it on a little ball head. You can do so many different things with it. This is the one that has the little slit in the middle, which allows the bait to have a natural movement that a solid bodied plastic is a little bit stiffer, especially for something this size, right? So it allows it to move side to side, allows it to move up and down, just gives it a little bit more versatility, super natural profile. You can hover shot this. You can do a lot of different things with this. So there you go. HP Minnows in some really key colors, back in stock in the 3.1 inch size. All right, Jeff, huge week this week from Simms. We're gonna start right here. We got some new custom logo artwork from our buddy Matthew Stockton. He does some amazing artwork and always honored to have it on our shirt. So all of these are going to come on a Solar Flex sun shirt. Now, Solar Flex sun shirt is probably the lightest weight sun shirts, UPF 50 plus for ultra hot weather. It's an amazing one. Dude, we were fishing the other day. You were rocking this. What do you think of the Solar Flex?
They're really good. They're lightweight. They keep you cool.
Yep.
Can't say enough good things about it, honestly.
Yeah, I was thinking this morning when I was knowing we were going to be talking about some of the sun gear that we have in, I don't remember the last time I've worn sunscreen.
No, dude,
Like,
it's been years.
you know, when I was younger and when I was guiding all the time, I mean, I would go through like cases. Like one of my first sponsors when I was guiding was a sunscreen company.
That's hilarious.
You know what I mean? And now I don't even remember the last time I've used it because I just live in my sun protection. So if you guys live in an area where sun protection is important in a really lightweight, you know, hot weather shirt, these are dope. And, you know, if you're suffering under ice or whatever, just look cool. It's a super sick logo. So there's two logos that we're dropping. This one is called Largemouth T-Bone. So it's kind of T-boning that kind of ice slide looking swim bait on there, and it's in a light green. We also see, this one is just called Largemouth Swim Bait. So this is in kind of a bluish gray. Now this is in a bug stop. You see that one okay, Jeff?
Yeah.
Okay. So the bug stopper is gonna have like a mosquito, not really repellent, but if they land on you, they want to fly somewhere else kind of thing. So if you guys live in real buggy areas, real nasty areas like Minnesota or some, you know, Florida, one of those states where you have bugs, I feel sorry for you. You should move out here. It's hot as hell, they just die. Okay, we also see a return of smallmouth crushing the 110. This is in a new Riparian camo bug stop. So this was a definitely our most popular logo ever. It looks super sick in this camo. And then we have a straight sterling of the largemouth swim bait as well. Just a nice light gray, very simple, goes with everything. So there you go. 4 new Solar Flex drops with some dope artwork new this week from Simms. All right, while we are on sun gear, we see the introduction of 2 new sun shirts. Now these will not have any artwork on them. These are just straightforward, clean. These are called the Intruder Hoodie. So what they've done is they've taken some of their best Solar Flex material, they've combined it with an ultra lightweight ripstop hot weather nylon. It's more of a traditional button down, zip pockets, a hood, just a really cool design. So there's 2 colors. There's the green color, and then there's this really cool camo color as well. So if you guys prefer more of a button down shirt, the advantage of a button down shirt, well, there's 2 of them. The first one, if you have man boobs or a beer gut, right, and you're not proud to just flaunt it, I don't care. I like flaunting mine, right, because it's built by Orion, baby. But if maybe you're doing like Bush, right, or like Michelob Light or some like shitty ass beer, then you'd probably want this one. Right, so it's just going to be a little boxier fit, not quite as form-fitting as a Solar Flex. So it's just not going to show off your man bod quite as much. So that would be the advantage. The other advantage, Jeff, right, is their buttons. So like I like coming home at night to my wife. She's just in bed already watching TV. I'm like, I'm here, and you just be like, right? Works every time. New fishing shorts from Simms. We see the new Seamont board shorts. Now Simms has made board shorts for as long as I can possibly remember. So we see 2 new camo colors come in these guys. What you're gonna get in these that you're not gonna get in like, I don't know, a Hurley board short or something you could buy at like a normal place, is the shorts are actually designed for fishing. So they're gonna have 2 pockets on the front, right? So, which is nice. There's a little accessory pocket here that you could drop pliers, you could drop, you know, your phone in if you have a tiny ass phone like Jeff does. If you have a big man-sized phone, I got nothing for you. There's a zip pocket on the side as well. So really lightweight, beautiful shorts. I will tell you, they are on the tighter side. So they're definitely, you know, Sim's definitely going more fashion forward. So if you just like big, bulky, loose shorts, these are not gonna be the deal for you. But if you like just more of a little bit of a tighter fit, a little bit more streamlined, right? Like maybe you're a skinny jeans guy, right? These are gonna be perfect for you. The RUPF 50, right? So, you know, at least your butt and your thighs is gonna be fine while your calves burn like crazy. So that's always nice to have sun protection around your junk and your butt. So there you go. All right, now it seems weird to talk about outerwear here because it's literally 93 degrees here, right? But I've been getting messages all morning that a lot of you guys still have ice and it's snowing. Like I was talking to my buddy in northern Michigan because I was like, dude, do I come now? Right? Dude, it's still ice and there's snow. They got like a foot of snow. Stupid. Any choices? Don't feel sorry for you guys. All right, here you go. We talked about this guy a few weeks ago when we got in. This is the Flyweight Acess hoodie. This is just a new colorway, so it's more of a green black. We have it in the full black. This guy is a perfect one if you fish times where you don't need a full jacket, right? So like say this time of the year, it's 93, right? But in the morning, it's still just cool enough to where just having a sun shirt on isn't quite enough. You need some extra layer, right? But I don't want to put a big like sweatshirt on, then I'm sweating my nuts off, right? This is a perfect one. So it's a very thin kind of pocketed fleece on the inside, a wind protection layer on the outside. It's a great one for those just kind of cool mornings and cool afternoons. Highly packable. The whole thing packs down into a pocket. So if space is a concern for you guys are fishing from a kayak or you fish from a boat and you are a tackle whore like me and all your compartments are just flooded to the top with gear and there's no room for bulky gear, you can pack this thing down into its pocket and store it very easily. So really cool addition. It's available in all sizes. That's available now. And then Jeff, a brand new color in CX. So if you guys have been looking for rain gear, right, you'll know that Simms CX is their newest addition to the line. There's always been Pro Dry and they've had Challenger, right? So it's kind of been like all the guys that want the best shit get the Pro Dry and the Challenger's kind of down there for pro digs, right? So CX kind of bridges that gap. It's a little bit in between. It's a little bit more youthful. So it's got a cooler look to it. It's not just a big, bulky kind of boxy fit like Pro Dry. This is the brand new, they're just calling it Blackout. So the old black had this kind of reddish hit across the chest. Now it's just a straight black. So bibs and jacket in both. Jeff, you've been wearing CX now for a year and a half or so? 2 years? About a year and a half, I guess, right? Yeah. And give us a report, we haven't checked in. Still digging the CX?
So CX is honestly, it almost feels like you have the same quality as you get with Pro Dry, but you're not spending the same amount of money. So it's a perfect medium, and in the elements, you're gonna be so comfortable. Whether it's rain, wind, Ben hitting you with a bait, you're gonna be fine.
That's never
You're gonna be perfect in that suit, and I just love it. It's lightweight, stretchable. I throw big swim baits with it, and I just never feel constricted like I felt with other rain gear. So
yeah,
I'd definitely check it out. And that color's sick.
Yeah, I like it's just clean, right? So something else to point out about Simms rain gear, whether it's CX, Pro Dry, whatever you end up with, you know, all of these jackets are designed for rain. They're not designed for warmth and rain. So what's nice about that is if you guys live somewhere that's just freezing ass cold, well, you can still wear like your down jackets and your layers. Like if you watch any of our videos where we go somewhere that's cold, we're literally like I'm in like 8 different layers and Jeff's in like socks and sweatpants, right? Freezing his nuts off. But this just goes over it. But if you live somewhere hot, like what we do, this is great because if you put it on, you're not just dying of sweat. So the layers are gonna add your warmth or coolness. This just does what it's supposed to do, keep you out of the elements. Water, wind, all that kind of stuff. It's real stretchy. So super dope. Check out the new colorway in the CX. All right, and then also while we're on Simms, Jeff, we see a full restock in all the new sun protection colors from Simms. So gloves, Gaiters. I live in these things. I've got like 400 pairs of gaiters, 400 pairs of gloves. Usually I know where the right and the left glove is. It's just so lightweight, so great to fish in. So there's some new colorways, there's some camos, there's some bug stop. So definitely check those out. You guys will thank me if you're not using this already. Those are available now. And then finally from Simms, we see a Hookup Simms collab in a Simms low crown trucker hat. So you're gonna have the mesh back. You're gonna have this cool camo. This is called Hexflow Camo Timber with the Hookup logo on the front. So again, it's gonna be low crown, so it's gonna fit a little bit snugger. So you're little-headed guys, this is gonna be for you. Big-headed guys like me, no bueno. We'll be working on that, so relax. But if you have a normal to small head, it's a great one. Plus, it looks great with our logo. All right, huge restock week this week from Spro. I'll fly through this. Pretty much anything Spro is back in stock. Rock crawlers, you know, a lot of you guys have been waiting on these. All colors return on those. You know, Little Johns are smoking them this time of the year, and those fish are shallow. So all colors, fire crawl, mass shad, so on and so forth, all back in those. If you guys have been waiting on frogs, those all return as well. So, you know, regular frogs, the flapping frog, popping frogs, all sizes, everything's back in that stuff. We also bring in a couple of new additions for us. So a lot of you guys have been asking us to expand the lipless offering from Spro. So we have brought in the Aruku shad, both in the 65 and the 75 size. This is the one that's designed to stand up, nose down on the bottom, so you can kind of lift and drop, and it has a great action. We also see the official introduction of the Wameku shad in the 70 size. So just a different sound, a real buoyant bait. It's got a real loud sound to it. Right, so a couple different lipless options from Spro. It might be worth checking them out. New this week. We also see some boxes and soft goods from Spro that we haven't had before. So, you know, it seems like these types of bags, Jeff, are really becoming kind of the rage. It's just easy to store stuff in. So we see some soft bag additions from Spro. It's gonna be a rip stop clear nylon. It's got a camo hit, a zipper. There's a little tag there if you want to be super anal and like write what it is, because you can't look through the clear. But, you know, hey, it's there if you need it. So a few different sizes there from Spro. Pretty inexpensive on all their soft goods. So if you guys are looking for like a budget option, it's still pretty cool. Those could be good. And then we see some new boxes from Spro as well. So some different sizes. All the Spro boxes are going to have the 3 waterproof kind of latches on there. They are fully sealed as well. So if you guys are looking for, maybe Spro's your favorite brand. You know what I mean? So you rock it out. They are a smoke that's transparent, so you can see through the box. So it's a darker box. They're available in, you know, smaller sizes and larger sizes as well. So maybe check them out. New from Spro. All right, let's talk about some new offerings really quick. Do you remember Rooms?
Rooms?
Yeah, that was the brand that made those crazy Alcatraz crankbaits. Remember the one that looked kind of like a brain?
Yes,
that people went crazy over, right? Well, they are back with a brand new bait called the Hellcat. Now, these are handmade in Japan balsa cranks. Okay, so handmade balsa is not a thing that we see very often. So if you guys, I know a lot of you guys are into balsa, you love the performance. Basically, the advantage of balsa is it just has a different movement, right? It's a super buoyant material. It has a different movement under the water. This is a limited edition run of these because they're so labor intensive. They're not going to do this very often. So if you guys are into balsa, spec it out. They're 82 millimeters, 3/8 of an ounce. You know, just a nice, clean bait. Yeah, pretty simple. Circuit board lip, good cover deflection, interesting movement. So might be something you're into. They're expensive. All balsa baits are expensive, but if you're into it, might be cool. New from Rooms. All right, we also see some new additions from Tackle. We see the Jointed Zoe in the floating version now. We're gonna see all the colors come in this. So we've got gill patterns, we've got reds, we've got blues, there's purples, chartreuses. I mean, basically everything you can imagine. Now, this is designed, basically, I kind of think of this one as a science project. You know what I mean? It's a crazy fucking bait. So super lifelike bluegill profile, right? Made in Japan. You've got this blade underneath it, and you basically have hooks everywhere. So if a fish sniffs this thing, you got him, right? So you got a hook on the bottom, you got this crazy skirt material on the back, you got a hook on the back, you've got hooks on the sides, you've got feathered trebles on the sides, right? So no matter which angle this bait goes, if you're swimming it on top, if it's moving underneath, there is literally a hook everywhere. So this would be a great time for you guys to buy the $179 pair of Simms pliers that nobody has ever bought. Except for me. There you go. The brand new Jointed Zoe floater from Tackle, new this week. All right, another new offering from Biovex Japan. We see the introduction of the joint bait. Now these are going to come in different sizes. There's a little 70 size, there is a 90 size, all right, there's even a 110 size. So there's multiple sizes that you can do with these. Now these are all going to be slow floats. Let me take one out of the package so you guys can take a look at it here. All right, so here's a look at the little guy. Here's the 70 size, right? So just a super finessey multi-joint bait. It's just gonna be kind of a cast and swim kind of bait. It's just gonna give you a very lifelike look under the water. There's some bait fish patterns in here. There's some bluegill patterns, right? Some different shades. So this might be a great one when the fish get really picky and they're really specific to size, color, profile, movement. You don't want something too erratic or too noisy under the water. Could be a great addition for you. They still like crazy, one of the best-selling kind of multi-joint baits in Japan. So I think you guys will really like that. That is the new joint bait from Biovex. All right, huge restock this week from Decoy. Almost everything comes back in stock. So if you guys have been waiting on any Decoy hooks or weights or snaps, anything like that, everything's back. So I'm just gonna fly through a few. The flippin' straight returns. This is an awesome little light duty flippin' hook. Those are back. The shot rigs are back in all sizes. So size 1, size 2, size 3, all the shot rigs return. This is the nose hook of choice for us. If you guys are drop shotting with a nose hook, this is definitely the one you guys want to get. Maki Sasus are back. Silicone grippers are back. The best wacky rig hook, the cover shot, is back. Drop shot weights are back as well. So the DS6, DS7, you guys can use these as free rig weights or drop shot, or even use them as like a Jika rig. So all of those return this week from Decoy. Let's jump over to Daiwa for a second. So last week we had tons of Daiwa reels, right? This week we see some line and some more bags from Daiwa. So you guys know, if you guys have hung around this store for any amount of time, we talk about J-Braid Grand a lot. I love the Daiwa Samurai Braid. J-Braid Grand is probably like 95% as good at like half the price. So it's a great budget-friendly line that still manages incredibly well. The downside to J-Braid Grand is they've never really had a high vis option. It's always been green or gray, right? They added a blue, you can kind of see the blue. Well, now they finally add a chartreuse. So if you guys love high vis, this is a great line to pick up. It won't break the bank. Made in Japan, 8 strand, just a great all-around line now in the chartreuse color. We see 2 new bags from Daiwa. Now, these are going to be under their DVEC Tactical series. So this is the DVEC Tactical backpack. So if you guys are shore fishing, this might be a great option for you. You've got, real burly padded straps on here. It's got a padded back, tons of pockets. I mean, there are pockets everywhere in here, so you can confuse the shit out of yourself. There's internal compartments for boxes. It even comes with boxes inside. You've got smaller little pockets really designed to specifically kind of break stuff up. So like this one here is detachable. This is a leader spool pocket. So you can put your leader lines in there. There's even holes up top if you want to have certain lines coming out. So if you're bouncing back and forth from like an 8 or a 10, you gotta have 8 coming out here, 10 coming out here, and instead of having to stop and open and pull, you just stack your spools in there and you just kind of pull it out, cut it off. It's all, right there. It's by Velcro as well, so you can put it on either side. Of course, you've got a big compartment here that has, ripstop pockets, zipped pockets. I mean, on and on and on it goes, right? You've got another front pocket here. It even comes with this guy, which is basically just kind of your dump bin, right? So if you fish from a boat, well, if you fish from my boat, I cut something off and I just kind of throw it on the deck, right? I get these piles of just dump bin stuff. At the end of the day, I've just got this mound of shit, right? If you fish from shore, you cut something off, you don't want to take the time to like put it back in your box or whatever. You can just kind of throw it on here until you're ready to move. Like you put your backpack down, you cut your jerkbait off and you put something else on. You just throw it in there and it'll just keep it for you until you're ready to go, right? So pretty simple, big, robust bag from Daiwa. That's the tactical backpack. And then this is the tactical soft side tackle bag. Okay, so this is gonna be more of like a boat bag. So a non-boater bag, or maybe just a bag that you can just keep some stuff in, throw it in your boat, right? Pull it out when you need it. It does have a waterproof kind of stickier bottom down here. So if you put it down there and the boat's wet, it's not gonna seep into the bag. Just to open it up really quick so you guys can see, it's a top loader. So you've got internal compartments. It comes with 5 full-size tackle boxes, so those will stack down there. And of course, you've got pockets on the outside, pockets on the front. You've got a place for your sunglasses on the front side. So, you know, well thought out, pretty inexpensive by boat bag standards. So definitely check that out if you guys have been looking for a new bag. Looks cool. That's new from Daiwa. All right, let's fly through some rods really quick, Jeff. We see some restocks and some new models come in some NRX Plus. First up, you know, Poison Adrena has been a problem for Shimano. It's just, there's hardly any inventory coming. I know a lot of you guys have been asking, when are they coming, when are they coming? We're still waiting on all the new models, but in the meantime, the 7.2 medium casting is back. This is one of our more popular rods. You can do so many different things with this. You can throw jerkbait, top water, you can use it, bottom contact. So that returns. And we also see a ton of NRX Plus returns. So I'm gonna fly through these. So 903C MBRs, first time for this guy. So the Megabass series, you know, we've been throwing the 904 MBR all week, Jeff, with the Skinny Dipper, the swim jig, right? Dude, such an impressive rod. This will be just one notch lower, so it's be more of a true medium heavy instead of a heavy. The Megabass are going to bend a little bit deeper into the blank, so they're going to give you a little bit more versatility for moving style baits versus the JWR, right? So the 903 comes in, and that for the first time. We also see a restock of the 904 MBR. So that's the one I was just talking about. So Skinny Dipper, small swim bait, swim jig, an amazing, amazing rod there. If you guys are comparing it to the Conquest, if you had an MBR Conquest, the NRX Plus is slightly faster, right? So it's got a little bit more sensitivity, it's slightly faster, but still kind of bends where you need it to bend. So really, really sweet rod. We also see the introduction of the 852 casting, right? So we've had the 852 spin, right? That came in last week, I think, or the week before. Now we have the 852 casting. So if you guys are looking for a true medium casting rod, 7.1, it's gonna spec out 1/8 to 3/8. So this is like your light line finesse casting. That is available. We also get a restock in the 894 NRX. So this is in the JWR. So this is the true deep water jig rod. So 1/2 ounce, 5/8 ounce, right? Perfect for that. And then we finally see, this is the first time we've had them in, the 883 blade jig rod in the NRX. In fact, I haven't even opened it up yet. I kind of want to. So a lot of you guys have been waiting on this guy. You know, pretty unusual offering from Loomis in a high-end rod to offer a true kind of niche-y rod. But here you go. This is the 883 BJR, the blade jig rod. To spec it out, 7.4, medium heavy, fast, 3/16 to 5/8 is how they're speccing it. So it's pretty parabolic. It says fast, and it probably is, but it bends kind of through the middle. Not as deep of a bend as like a glass rod would be, but very controlled, right? So I think you guys will really dig this. It does have a nice softer tip, so if you need some casting accuracy, I think this is gonna be a really good all-around reaction rod. Okay, so blade jig obviously is what they built it for. You guys can probably throw a square bill on this. You can throw a spinnerbait on this. You can do a lot of different things that's going to require any moving baits that are going to require a little bit more give through the midsection, right? This is going to be a dope one. So those are available now. And then in spinning, we see a return of the 822 in the SYR. So this is the shaky head rod. Beautiful, beautiful rod. This is going to have a very, you know, smooth taper through the middle, almost like a really not really light, almost like a lighter version of a wind buster, the way it bends. So it bends right through the middle of the rod. This is the closest rod, in my opinion, to the taper of a wind buster. If you guys are familiar with a wind buster but want something a little bit lighter, the 822 SYR is dope. All right, guys, that is a wrap. That was a lot of stuff, Jeff.
As always.
So some super dope drops, exciting new things. Hopefully you guys got in on some of that limited edition Megabass stuff. So, you know, on behalf of myself, and Jeff, and Griff, and everybody around this place, guys, thank you for the business. Thank you for the support. Thank you for letting us come in on Sunday morning, drink with you, play with tackle, just all around have a good time. So, guys, have a great weekend. If you have questions on anything we covered, drop it down below in the comments. I will do my best to get to it. Jeff will leave links to the products. And until next time, guys, cheers. Happy Sunday, everyone. Cheers.